In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my big homeschool haul for the 2021-2022 school year for my daughter who is going into second grade. So you are definitely going to want to stick around for this. My name is Kristen. Welcome to my channel, Fearlessly Loved, where I talk about all things homeschooling, family, and faith, and where I hope to leave you a little more encouraged on your journey. If you like this video, make sure you leave a comment below, ask me any question you have, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the little bell icon to let you know when I put new videos out there. In today's video, I will go through my homeschool haul for the 2021-2022 homeschool year. My daughter is going into second grade, so this will all be resources and supplements that I have purchased for her at a second grade, early elementary level. And not that you need to purchase and go crazy with nearly as much as I went ahead and purchased for our homeschool. I love to watch these videos just to get an idea of what other homeschool moms are doing out there. I love getting a little peek inside all of the different books and activities and workbooks and resources. I am going to try to link everything below. So let's see what we got. So this is my haul that I purchased from Amazon. However, there are some purchases that I made from the Target dollar spot. Some of these items I purchased used through thrift books or Abraham used books. Some of these items I got from the library, and I just am planning on using them throughout the year, checking them out several times in a row and using them as needed. But this is basically all the resources that we are going to be using for our second grade year for 2021-2022. They include games and activities and workbooks and materials for elective classes and some activities, literature, and so forth. And I will go into every single one of them with you. I will start from left to right. So on this side, these little workbooks are $1. You may have seen them from the Target dollar spot. So I just went ahead and purchased every one of them that related to my daughter for her grade. Animals of Our World I picked up because we are about to start learning about animals in our science class. So I got geography. There's ones on geography, United States. There's some science projects in here, rhyming, cooking. This is also math as well, incorporated in there, phonics. They have Spanish and space and the solar system. These are the books that we're going to be using along with our science curriculum. I love the illustrations in here, that these Julia Rothman books. I wasn't familiar with them until I saw them on YouTube, that someone else posted a flip through one of these. This one, I figured this would be fun, on food anatomy, and it just gives some fun facts on food, the history of food, with really neat drawings. Maybe there's recipes in there. So that should be fun. This will probably be part of our morning basket kind of material. And so this one I'm planning on throughout the year pulling out from the library. This is a library book. This is a do-it-yourself science book. So this has all kinds of really fun experiments in here that we'll do with really fun, cartoonish illustrations that I know that Zoe is going to enjoy. This is our first Usborne book. I thought this was a really neat. I looked at a few different body books, and this one seemed the most interactive. We're going to also, after animals in science, we're going to be learning about the human body. in science. So this has all kinds of different flaps in here where you can look. It's a fun interactive way to see what's going inside your body and learn a bunch of cool facts about the human body. Ooh, the lungs. So this should be a fun way to supplement our human body study. Then we have, this is also a library book actually, like I said. There's some library books sprinkled in this haul here. So I plan on using the Magic School Bus books. My daughter has already read some of the Magic School Bus that we used alongside our science. So this one we are currently learning about the ocean and the layers of the ocean. So I pulled this one out of the library as well, and I plan on throughout the year using different Magic School Bus books on for our different topics that we're learning in science. This book is called Two Truths and a Lie, and there's actually one, we'll use this for science and during our morning basket time, but there's also different, I believe that there's 3 different books in this series of Two Truths and a Lie. One is more of maybe it's more history / geography based. This one is science based, and throughout the book they list on different topics 2 truths and a lie, and you have to, the child can guess and use reasoning to guess which of the 3 write-ups on different things about the world and about science and about living things are true or not true. Way too outlandish. So this should be fun for us. So 2 truths and a lie. So this is It's Alive. Unbelievable truths about the living world with a few outright lies hiding among them. Can you tell the fakes from the facts? This is a calendar book. I figured that Zoe could use a little more for her calendar skills and months of the year. So this isn't unique workbook. I can't say that I've seen anything like this. It's basically a workbook and log for the calendar. So every month they are recording different things. So this one they're recording whether it's sunny, cloudy, partly sunny. January is in which month. So it's a little practice workbook. For calendar, there's coloring too. So for the month of February, you are recording the precipitation. And they're learning about precipitation. For March, they're recording the wind direction. And May, the temperature. There's different activities in the end where they can record the phases of the moon. And determine, there's graph work here where they can determine and track temperature over the course of a couple weeks. It's a Christian Light book. I'll link it down below because I only found it from one place. I think it was like $12. So, and then here, this is our safety unit that my daughter wanted to do. I gave her a list of different options for doing a mini study, and I mentioned safety as one of them. It was like 1 out of 5 or 6 different fun mini studies that I thought she would enjoy, and she was adamant about doing safety. She was excited about doing safety, so this is what we're doing. I think this is perfect, actually. This is something that we really do need to talk about more in our home. So they're learning about fire safety, water and electricity, earthquakes. God gave me a body. I am really looking forward to this because she needs to learn a little bit more about stranger danger, and I really love how they present that. Home Alone, kitchen and cooking, internet peer pressure, love that, gun safety. So we're looking forward to this. This is really, I think we're gonna have a fun time with this. This is our first mini unit study through Good and the Beautiful. So over here, I just thought that this would be a fun addition to our morning basket, question and answer, a day for kids, 3 years of 365 questions. So every day there's a question. If I had 3 wishes, they would be blank, blank, and blank. This one, when did you feel like lying but told the truth? So every day they record their answer, and it's just a fun way to see how their answers change over the years. These are 2 Evan-Moor books that we will be using. This is spelling. This is actually grade 1, but spelling has been a little bit challenging for us, so I figured I want to make sure that she really gets the basics down. So we are doing Evan-Moor spelling, and this is basically a 4 or 5 day a week kind of workbook where they get these spelling words in the beginning of the week. They do a few exercises, just really simple stuff. And at the end of the week, they get a spelling quiz. So we will be doing this. And then I really wanted to sharpen her critical thinking skills. So we are using Evan-Moor for that as well. So every unit focuses on a different subject. So unit 1 focuses on animals, alligators, and turtles. And they're learning about categorizing and solving and designing and creating. So for each subject, my body, things, and places. So for instance, this is how it starts, alligators and turtles. There's a checklist. Love checklists. Love that. So first you read about it, tell what you know, categorize, compute, solve, convert, draw, produce, determine, find, design, solve, create. So they're reading, they're telling what you know, categorizing, there's graphs in here, word problems, creating. So I'm looking forward to this as well. And then we also have here, who doesn't love Mad Libs? This is more of a Mad Libs grade 2 workbook. So here they're learning about vowels. They're learning about some grammar and phonics as they are filling in the paragraphs with words. And they actually have a word bank here. This I bought at the Target dollar spot. I thought that this would be useful. We're starting to learn about fractions soon, but also this is just a way that we could stick different workbook pages in here where you could erase them with a dry erase marker and do them however many times. I really wanted to get my hands on and try out Life of Fred. If you've seen a couple of my latest videos on math, you know that we are having a little bit of a hard time with that subject, but we really have come so far. I thought that Life of Fred, I figured that we would try out just the first book of Life of Fred. I got this from Abraham Used Books. It was like, I believe I got it for $12 or so used. Typically these are like $34 each. I figured that I'd start out with one of them, see how it goes, see how it works out. We just did the first chapter today and we had fun with it. So we'll continue with that. Here we have all the Bible resources that I picked up. This is called Sword Fighting, a Full Year of Devotions to Strengthen a Kid's Character. So my daughter's all about being a warrior and a superhero and fighting against the bad guys. For instance, week 17, your sword of the Spirit for this week is set your mind on God's kingdom and His justice before everything else, and all the rest will come to you as well. So with the above sword, you can fight back when you face this temptation, when you're tempted not to put God first. So you go through day 1, read some verses, you think about it, you talk about it, and there's a devotional that goes along each day with the subject. So I just purchased this adventure Bible. This is her first real Bible. You know, she has a lot of the storybook Bibles, and this is her first Bible. There's devotions all throughout, colored pages, just a really fun way for kids to study the Bible and learn about the stories in an adventurous kind of way is how it is presented. The Bible as you are going on an adventure. Then we have 1st and 2nd Corinthians from Kids Read Truth. Daily scripture and activity book. So this is a workbook filled with fun pictures and coloring opportunities, and I just love the way that this is laid out. Simple, fun, you know, the lessons aren't too long, it's not too complicated. This is from the same company that puts out the She Reads Truth and He Reads Truth materials. So you can grab that. I believe I got this from Christian Book. This is also Kids Read Truth. This is the gospel. I love this book. I love the fact that Zoe can have a simple way to learn about the gospel from page to page. It's just really simple and straightforward in the way that children could understand and learn about the world, our sin, and how Jesus came to take away the sins of the world, and how we can live with Him in all eternity if we believe. So she does know Jesus, she loves Jesus, but I figured that this would be a way for her to be able to share Jesus with others in a simple way. So we could move on to these. These are all Target dollar spot finds within the past couple months. This is a quick quiz, just quick quizzes, 5-minute quizzes. This is something that we might use in our morning basket. Just simple math in there, and this one is for spelling, simple activities with words. 5-minute quizzes. And then we have these fun Imagine Inc. books as well. One on subtraction and one on addition. These are $3 each. These are $1 from Target. So here we have some geography and history supplements. Presidents. We haven't really learned a whole lot about presidents, but she likes to learn about them. She knows George Washington and Lincoln. She's always drawing George Washington. So I figured I'd pick this up for her. It's a level 3 reader. This is another Evan-Moor geography, Skill Sharpeners geography for grade 2. I just wanted her to have a good concept of maps and how to read maps and geography, vocabulary, symbols. Here we have the beautiful The 50 States book, and you could find this on Amazon for $30. I was holding off on this book. I really wanted to purchase it. It's been on my list. However, we already do have an atlas, a world atlas, and I didn't really want to spend another $30. However, I found this on Amazon, a huge deal. It was $20, and I snagged it up really quickly. I believe it's typically around $27 to $30 on Amazon. So this is an infographics atlas of the United States, and you can find every state here in alphabetical order. So this is Alabama, and it highlights famous people and different landmarks, moments to remember in each state. There's key facts in here of every state. So it is really engaging and colorful. And I thought this was a fun way to learn geography at the same time drawing as well. And it basically goes state by state where they practice every day and add on a state. And they just keep building and building upon what they learn state by state. It's called Draw the USA, an easy step-by-step approach. And you could definitely get this on Amazon. I wanted to get it cheaper. It was a little bit more than I wanted to pay for this book, so I just got it used. And I'll link that below. This is another Evan-Moor book called How to Teach Art to Children. So this was actually recommended from an artist on YouTube who is also homeschooling her children, and she highly recommended this book. So here it says there are 96 projects that make learning the 7 elements of art fun. Line, shape, color, value, texture, form, space. How to Teach Art to Children helps adults and children alike learn about the elements of art. Easy to follow directions, simple materials lists, and examples of completed projects provide guidance and support to inspire creativity. Here is the materials list. It seems pretty simple. Something that you could easily find in your home or easily find at the store. At the end, there are different activities and projects that they could work on, where they use the skills that they learned from each lesson and they get to create. In addition to that, this is a library book called Can You Hear It? And this brings music and art together. So can you hear the musicians calling the crowd to come see the noisy circus inside the tent? The entire orchestra plays the musicians. Can you also hear the kangaroos hopping around the tent, played by the piano, the donkeys, braying hee-haw, played by the violins? So there's different beautiful pieces of artwork where you simultaneously listen to music and you're thinking about these questions and you're thinking about in your imagination what the music is playing and how it is being portrayed in the artistry of the painting. So there are beautiful pieces of artwork in here. And the music, so well-known music by Tchaikovsky, Vivaldi. It's like really beautiful artwork. Okay. So in addition, we purchased How to Draw 100 Pets. This was from Amazon. Just really cute. Zoe she's really good at watching a video of someone drawing and copying what they're doing and recreating it. So this should be really fun. This is another library book called The School of Art. It's illustrated by Daniel Frost, written by Teal Triggs. Learn how to make great art with 60 simple lessons. Welcome to the School of Art. Here you will learn how to make great art with this fully illustrated collection of fun and informative lessons. Follow the 5 professors as they work together to deliver 40 demonstrations, each one accompanied by a guided activity for you to try at home to help you to understand the basics of art and design, including composition, color, line, shape, and perspective. How can art and design make people's lives better? How do flat shapes become 3D? So we will be getting this book from the library throughout this year as another resource for art this year. We're also doing the Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. We will be reading this as our first read aloud for this year. We read Little House in the Big Woods for first grade, and this is something that I've been wanting to read for myself again, and I cannot wait to get into this with her. I know that's going to be a good thing. This is another library book. What your second grader needs to know, fundamentals of a good second grade education. There's literature, mathematics, history, science, and the arts in here. And there's little stories that you could read, short stories in here as read-alouds. Tales, familiar phrases. Oh, this will be good for my daughter. She is so literal. She gets annoyed when people use metaphors and these kinds of phrases. It's hard for her to get these things. Don't cry over spilled milk. She'll be like, what? Cold feet. So this will be fun for us to learn that not everything is to be taken literally. World history and geography, just little short pieces of interesting and informative facts. Geography, famous people, America, the different countries. There's also music in here, and math, and just short little lessons in here that I think we'll choose for morning basket time every now and then. This is another book that I pulled out from the library that I plan on using over the course of our second grade year. This is called The Arts, a Visual Encyclopedia by DK Books. And as opposed to an instructional book, this is basically a compilation of different pieces of artwork. So this says, full of stunning images and amazing facts, The Arts, a Visual Encyclopedia is the essential guide to painting, sculpture, photography, music, and dance. So here we have Claude Monet on the first page, and it is organized into different kinds of art. So painting, sculpture, music, and dance. Zoe really appreciates design and music. So we will have an interesting time studying. I plan on using this during our morning basket time, and we'll just focus on a couple pages a day during our morning basket. This is a really neat book kit that I picked up from Amazon. It was $23. Can't go wrong with that. Your child is able to write their own book, illustrate it, and you send it in to get bound and placed into a real book. Something that they can be proud of and read for years to come and look back on. My daughter has always been intrigued and has been asking me to write and publish a book. So this is a really neat way for her to be able to do that. We dug right into this right away. So it comes with, there's 10 markers in here. These are the markers that they recommend to use. It comes with a booklet to help you plan on what you want to write about. So there's some planning pages in here and tools that the child can use to start writing. It comes with an order form when it's time to send in their story and what they've worked on, along with an envelope. It comes with, so the book can be up to 18 pages. It comes with 22 pages, just printed out regular white pieces of paper. Unfortunately, look at this. We got them all wet, but I'm sure it will be fine. So it comes with a cover page and then illustration pages where you could write. And there are also just strictly illustration pages in there where they can just draw a picture with no words. Lastly, I want to tell you about the games that we purchased as a part of this haul. All 4 of the ones that are pictured here I ordered on Amazon. I actually have another one on back order through Christian Book. It is a pizza slice game where the child learns and practices fractions with the pizza slices. I thought that my daughter would have fun with that, with pizza and toppings. And but yeah, it's been a while. It's been a few weeks. I'm still waiting on that one. So with these games, I will start off with this popular coin game by Learning Resources called Money Bags. We actually just played it for the first time today, and I thought that it would be a little challenging for my daughter. It took her a while to get used to the coins and denominations, and she had a complete blast playing with me. She really enjoyed it. So basically how you play is you move around the board by rolling the die, and you land on the spaces which determine how much money you get to take from the bank in change. So it's, 25 cents, 41 cents, 50 cents, and the child has to pull out from the bank 1 coin at a time, adding up the coins to equal that amount of change. And there's a couple special spaces on the board that make it interesting, and the person who has the most money at the end of the game wins. Then I purchased from Amazon these bananagrams, which is another popular game practicing spelling and words. I got the party edition here. So in the party edition, they have these extra tiles here that make the typical bananagrams more exciting. We haven't played this game, so I'm not sure exactly how it's played. I know it's a really fast-paced game where you try to make as many words as you can with the tiles that you have, and in a crossword style way. So I'm looking forward to playing that with her. We definitely need to work on spelling here, so I figured that would be a good way to learn spelling. Here's another word game that works on spelling as well. It's called Word on the Street Junior. And we have played this a couple times as well and have a lot of fun with this one. You place letter tiles on the middle lane of the street. First team draws a category card and comes up with a word that fits the category. So here the example is something with a shell. So the team thinks of a word that has a shell. So here it says each letter of the word is moved 1 space toward your side of the street. Play continues with the other team moving letters to their side of the street. The team to move 8 letter tiles off the street first is the winner. So this encourages vocabulary development, creative thinking, and strategic thinking. And then we have this also popular Game of the States. This is actually a really old game, apparently, from decades ago, I think. So can you sell the most from coast to coast? So what happens is there's money involved, so they're able to practice their math skills. There's these cars, trucks that they travel across the states with their products that are represented in those cubes. The spinner there, where you're spinning how many states you get to move, and also how much money you sell your products for. Everyone gets, I believe, 3 or 4 of these cards that have information on them as to where you are to sell your products that you are carrying on your truck. And there's facts about each state, the capital, the products that are produced in each state, and a fun fact for each state. So that is Game of the States. I bought this Charades for Kids game. I believe I purchased this from either Walmart or Target. My daughter loves to act out words. We have a Christmas charades game that I purchased for her, and she loves the acting side of it. That is all. I hope you enjoyed this homeschool haul. I hope that it was helpful for you. Make sure you stick around, subscribe to my channel, and be on the lookout for my next video.